welcome back to my channel. In today's look, I decided to recreate this beautiful bright look that Makeup by Ariel created on Kim Kardashian West. He is one of Kim's makeup artists. And when I saw this look in Instagram, I definitely wanted to recreate this look because automatically I thought, you know, spring and summer, why not? I'm ready to create looks now more that are for spring and summer. The colors are very bold, they're very beautiful, and I think that they can complement just about anyone. When thinking about creating this look, I thought to myself, now who really does have these tones, these color tones in eyeshadow? Not very common. And although I do have eyeshadows this color, I decided to use blushes. You always want to kind of think outside the box when it comes to looks like this. You know, ask yourself, what do you have if you don't have the colors in your eyeshadows? So use blushes. And if you don't know, Nars makes the most incredible blushes. Of course, the Gardeners here. So I decided to use blushes, and if you don't know, Nars makes the most incredible blushes in the market. They're very pigmented. They have this incredible quality to them that you're basically gonna get what you see. And I decided to use this beautiful color called Desire, it reminded me a lot of that pink that she had. I see a lot of pink and peach tones in the shadow. And I also use Gina, which is another blush by Nars, which is a lighter peach tone, and this one's just a little bit stronger called Gilda. These colors remind me almost kind of fluorescent, very vibrant, and it's a lot of fun. So when you want to create looks like this and you don't have shadows, use your blushes. It's makeup, it'll work anywhere you place it. I tried to pay really close attention to the picture, and I noticed that her skin looked pretty matte, so I did avoid, you know, the shimmery highlights. I did highlight with a powder. You'll see everything I used to create this look in this video. I tried to pay very close attention to the details of the formula that he used on her skin. So if you guys are interested in knowing how to create this look, then just keep watching. Alright guys, I am doing a voiceover because I decided that I wanted to listen to music while I did my makeup. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm hoping that this voiceover works in the new program that I am using and you guys hear me well. I'm starting off to prep my skin with this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Overnight Hydrating Mask. I wear it as a moisturizer, not just a overnight mask. It works great if you have dry skin. I feel like my skin is no longer dry. I feel like it's normal. So now I'm also using the Luminizer Primer from Dr. Brandt, which is very hydrating and it covers pores. It's a wonderful primer. And like I was saying before, I think the reason that my skin is no longer dry is due to that Kiehl's moisturizer that I've used all winter long. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover because my skin turns really red when I put any moisturizer on it, or when I'm just, you know, allowing my skin to absorb any moisture from the touch. My skin gets really red. So since I want this color to be nice and bright, I want to use this green tone. It neutralizes redness on the skin. Here I'm using both foundations, the Superstay Maybelline. This is in the color 220, but I feel like I need to mix it with this Nars Siberia, which is one of their lightest colors. I use this Nars Siberia to lighten my foundation if I find it too dark. Once I apply my foundation with my hands, either a brush or my hands, I always finish my work with a beauty blender or a foundation sponge, whatever, a beauty sponge. And I'm using the new Sonia Kashuk sponge, which I am obsessed with right now, especially this little one because I love to use it for under my eyes. I am going to try to do my best to mimic the exact brows that Ariel did on Kim Kardashian. This isn't really the style of brows that I personally like on my face. They're a little bit strong, but I ended up pretty much achieving the exact same look. And notice how when I draw the harsh line, I like to use my spoolie to kind of like blend it out a little bit. I am gonna leave most of the clips on the brow tutorial so you guys can see like pretty much a step-by-step of how I'm creating this brow look. I'm gonna use this NYX eyeshadow base on my entire eyelid because this really does bring out the colors that I'm gonna be using, and it's always good to have a white base if you really want your colors to be very vibrant and bright. I'm gonna go ahead and use these three Nars blushes to create my eye look, and the first one I am gonna start with is Gina, which is the middle one right here. I'm gonna use that on my crease and try to create a very smooth, somewhat smoky effect using this color very lightly at the very beginning. Always start with a very light application and then you can always intensify your colors. You never want to start with too much color on your brush. You always want to start with a light application and then build up your colors. I'm still using the same color Gina, but I'm just gonna add a little more and intensify. So I'm adding a little more color to my brush and not really tapping it so that the color is now more pronounced. Now I'm going into the other peach, the more vibrant peach called Gilda. It's the blush from Nars. And I'm adding that in my crease, going back and forth and making sure that that's blended really well. I'm still using Gilda. I'm just going to intensify the color, so I'm adding more on my brush without tapping it, and I'm just adding it on the crease. And now for the bold pink. This is Desire. Again, it's a blush from Nars. I'm using my finger to apply it because always grabs more color, and when you place it on your eye it's a lot more intensified. So I always start with my finger and then I end up using a brush. Here I'm using a bone light color to highlight my brow bone, and after I highlight my brow bone, I'm gonna go ahead and blend this area so that it's nice and blended. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lashes off camera, and I will be applying now my Maybelline Age Rewind illuminating concealer to highlight my under eyes.
Unfortunately, I did not record applying my concealer on top of the brightener. I used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I set it with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and I'm also going to set my face with the Nars Setting Powder. I'm trying not to use any powders that's going to change the color of my skin because I want my skin to be somewhat light but not too tanned. Here I'm using the Bronze Booster, the bronzy color, for my lower lid. I'm just going to outline my lower eye, and I'm also going to use this shade right here in this eyeshadow palette. But the color was really light, so I ended up using another color that you're going to see now from Urban Decay. This other bronzy tone, because I wanted to intensify the lower lid but not too much, because I noticed that in the Kim Kardashian picture she has like a bronzy tone right under her eyes, so I was trying to achieve the same look. Now I'm going to contour and highlight with my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster palette. I love this palette. I'm going to start using it more often on my videos. I'm going to go ahead and contour with the middle shade. I'm going to also bronze with the darker shade, and I'm also going to highlight with the lighter shade. I love this palette because this is like the perfect matte look. If you notice in the picture, Kim Kardashian has a very matte skin. I also love to contour my nose with this palette, the middle shade again. This is like the perfect color for contouring the nose. Now I'm basically highlighting with the light color. I'm using this brush and I'm dusting the color right here in the center of my nose and in between the brows. And I'm also going to use it with my sponge. I'm going to dip my sponge in the light color, and I'm also going to pat it under my eyes to just set my concealer. Now back with the blush Gina, I'm going to go ahead and use that on my cheeks. I don't know why I keep doing this, but again, I am not in frame. I've got to lower my camera, and I got to get it right. This is a Nars Lipliner, and I apologize. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the name because it's kind of scratched off. So I will list it down below. I filled in my lips a little bit with a lip liner, and then I'm using the Maybelline 910 Bare All lipstick, which you don't see me because I'm not in frame. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the Cover FX setting spray, the illuminating setting spray, and now I'm using my Maybelline Mascara Colossal Big Shot Mascara.
That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun to create, and you know, again, to kind of think outside the box, use blushes as eyeshadows instead. If you guys found this video inspiring, educational, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching.